I did send it to her.
Sent to a soft
Hi,
message.
Amy. I feel like I need to know what I should do in life. But you put exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So I feel like you don't really want to know the answer. You're just excited about, I need to know what I should do in life. So what's my purpose? Miss Amy, you don't know your purpose? Well, part of it is to make people laugh. Part of it is to make light out of life. I don't know, these are ones I'm coming up with. I guess I should ask your guides and not be a know-it-all. Hi, Miss Jess. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for a few more people to join. But while I do that, Amy, I know you're only on here for a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer yours. But after I answer yours, I'm gonna go into my little dialogue. It'll be very brief, the dialogue, that is. Nope. I'm going to go through the dialogue. They want me to go through the dialogue first, Amy, and then because what I journeyed about just a little bit ago actually will answer some of the question that you have, but actually not answer your question at all. But what it does do is it will open up your mind to find the answer. Yeah, I know. I think I just made that even more confusing, but you'll get it after I read my little spiel. How is everybody feeling? How hot was it in Arizona today? I forget about heat. Oh, man. Hi, Mom. Your mom signed on under Richard. Dang, 108. Oh, I don't miss that. Too hot, yeah. I mean, it is humid here. You could tell by my hair, but she's Louise. Yeah, Amy, I wouldn't go outside either. Shoot. Okay. I hate that, like, you wait for people who are late, and I feel like we should reward the people who are on time. So I'm just going to go ahead and start, and then if more people end up joining, I can always go back and kind of recap a little. So earlier today, Nick Nack and I, hi Angelica, hi Denise. Nick Nack and I, we were sitting and talking, and it was like, I didn't even have to go into a journey, just something just hit me. And it was like, everybody's going through this right now in one way or another. And it just dawned on me that, like, oh my gosh, I haven't done a live. I haven't even posted a YouTube video. I haven't even really done any, Amy is the last kind of sort of journey session that I did. And besides her, I haven't done one since July. So anyway, so what I was seeing is that life is magical right now, like Disneyland style, Amy. Like, life is so magical, except unlike Disneyland, like, we're not really seeing the magic. It's not that obvious magic that people, you know, really desire at this time, but that there's these intense feelings that are coming up in everybody, except no one really knows how to move with them. But you know, you're supposed to be moving somewhere. Like, you feel that pull, you know, you feel that anxiety about where you're at, except there's this huge question mark about where to go, right? And so, to make it a little bit more confusing, it's not so much about what you want right now. It is way more about what you need. whether that be a different location, a lesson that you're supposed to be learning, you know, a new or different purpose that you're supposed to be following. And the only reason that so many people feel out of control right now is because everybody's trying so desperately to control something. So now let's tie those three things in together. First, I feel like this is being someone who loves control. I don't know that I love it, but I'm definitely used to it, and it is my comfort zone. And comfort zones don't mean you're in the right place necessarily, but because there are people who need certain anxieties, and they're anxieties and they feel bad, but they're comfortable because it's what they know, right? So this is the time to like be at the top of the roller coaster and just throw your hands up. You're not going to stop the roller coaster from going down, you know, so you can either hold on tight and like clench down and like go through it like it's like the worst thing ever, or you just throw your hands up, scream it on out. It'll be over before you know it, right? So, okay, let me tie those three things together. So first, what we need to do is relinquish the control. Stop trying. Instead of trying to figure out where do I go from here, pause and appreciate what you have, and then look at everything that is uncomfortable and ask yourself, what do I think the lesson is right now? What should I be learning right now? So even though there's this common thread, the answer for all of you is going to be different. Stop fighting life. Let go, appreciate what you have in front of you, look at the things that discern you or that are uncomfortable, and ask yourself, what can I do? Because in most cases, you can either move or you might be temporarily stuck. But what can you even do about being stuck? Is it within your control? If it's not within your control, then you're like, what do they call that game? Where like people are pulling on one side and the other?
Tug of war.
Tug of war. You're playing tug of war, but with no one on the other side. It's like this battle that you're doing all by yourself. No one even knows that you're trying to grasp for something other than yourself. Let go. Release yourself from that and allow it to be what it is. So if it's a friendship that you don't understand where it's going, let it go. The only thing you'll have control of is to speak your truth. And if you've already done that, there's nothing else to worry about because there's literally nothing else that you can do, right? And then let's tie it in with the magic, right? There is so much magic happening right now. And you have a choice. You have a choice to be grateful for the things you have, be grateful for your family, grateful for your health, grateful for your new house, grateful for Disneyland, grateful for all of these things, memories, family, fucking Oreo cookies, man. I mean, not that I want one. I said that like I really wanted one. I don't, but I am grateful that they're vegan for all the vegans out there, just because it can be yummy, right? I like it in a McFlurry, but a McFlurry isn't vegan, so I don't mess with it. That was sidetracked. But you can either look at that magic or you can focus on the what if, what's my purpose, Amy? Where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be heading? What am I supposed to be doing? Throw your hands up. Go ahead and release yourself to just feel the flow of that roller coaster in life, because there's very little that you can do right now. The appreciation and the learning lessons, like taking those little things in your life that don't feel good and realizing like, what lesson can I learn? Going through that. These are the two main things: gratitude, knowledge. What am I learning? And once you answer, what am I learning? That foundation for the thing that feels uncomfortable or uneasy, you'll start to ground it, and then you can release it. But you got to go all the way through it. Why do I keep taking in the same friends that I'm taking in? Why do I keep creating the same relationships that I'm creating? What is my purpose? Most of these questions are questions you've asked your whole life. And I think one kind of mainstream is, has that question ever been answered for friendships, for relationships, for purposes? And if they haven't, then you haven't taken the time to either sit down and reflect upon yourself, look in the mirror, Amy, ask yourself, what am I good at? What do I enjoy? What makes me smile? And you'll get that answer on your own, because you can also silence a lot of the insecurities. Because if you're asking yourself what your purpose is, more than likely it's because you're not willing to admit what you're good at. And if you literally can't sit there and find anything, call your friend, ask your husband, ask your children, because they can see you more purely than you can see yourself. The only person in your way right now that you can control, move, ebb and flow with is yourself. No one outside of you can do anything. We allow them to. We let them in. We talk about the frustration. We repeat the same mistakes, right? But only you can cut people off, terminate friendships or relationships that don't feel good, have never felt good once you reflect, like we sit in the wrong mess. Sit in the mess of gratitude, of love. Call the people that you cherish, that show up, come hell or high water. Talk to those people. The people that even tell you when your stuff does stink, kindly, lovingly. Call them and thank them. What you perpetuate, you generate. So stop perpetuating the negative. Stop giving your time and your energy to those that don't feed you, can't feed you, never have fed you. And that's not just with people, that's things, that's jobs. I mean, the list goes on, right? Even your kids. This sounds messed up, but if your kids keep feeding the things and you're like, why do they keep doing that, man? They just keep banging their head up against, that's the journey they need to go on. Express to them that they are a journey, that they're on a journey. Let them see what that journey is. Show them, hey, I'm watching you repeat this over and over again. And that's okay. It's a part of life. I just want you to know that I'm seeing this pattern. If you need help with that pattern, come holler at me or whoever you feel comfortable with, right? And this is what we can do for the people around us also. Okay, I am off my soapbox. Amy, please, if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. Did anybody else ask any questions? Don't go outside. Tracy, great question. Great question. And Amy and I just talked about this last week, not specifically what you're talking about, but the government in general, right? So another thing, it's a thing that we really can't control. I guess you could, I'm going to just say these things as examples. It's not necessarily anything that I believe in doing. I think the only way to really change is to lead by example. But you can protest, you can march, you can just stay true to what your family needs to do, and what you feel is safe for your family. And the only way really to change the government, in my personal opinion, is money. Stop putting your money where, like our government funds certain businesses fund the government. So then the government is listening to corporations more than they're listening to the people, right? But if we stop putting our money in businesses that hurt us, in businesses that are mandating things that are against our will, that are against choice, because now it's not even like pro-choice for women, it's now pro-choice for everybody. And I think, again, this is also a massive lesson in life. Everybody should be able to choose what they want for their life, their family, and their home. And it is of nobody else's concern what people are choosing. We've let the government make so many choices for us. They literally just think they can do whatever it is they want. But also, to kind of backpedal there, don't watch the news. And Tracy, and I think I heard you post that you weren't watching it. It creates unnecessary anxieties. Somebody anyway is gonna, if the government makes some big law, big rule, changes something, you're gonna hear about it from a friend or family member anyway. There's no point in obsessing over something. And the news is just going to perpetuate the same stories over and over and over and over again. And there's going to be some guest on there that throws a little different point of view or a little bit of a different feeling of fear. And it just doesn't feed anything. So stay away from the news, limit certain contacts, clean out your social medias, if not even go as far as getting off them. But cleaning them out would be good enough. If people are posting a lot of political things that create anxiety within you, people already have enough anxieties without watching the news. Just to allow that to go. Oh, okay, hold on. So Deanna, I think maybe you joined a little bit after I kind of explained the first of it. I'm not positive on that, but this is just the first time I've seen your name pop up. The way that you're feeling, everybody is feeling. Sorry, Deanna said, I've been feeling kind of lost and need some kind of push or guidance. Take a step back, be grateful for what it is that you have. If you feel like you're unable to push yourself, and you have a friend or your husband who can help give you little pushes with your permission, right? Like if it has something to do with schooling or the classes you were taking or whether you keep going or not, I'm just assuming there. I don't know that. Have somebody that's there to kind of give you the push if you're unable to do it yourself. And also realizing that just the day and age, the time and the energy that is out there, a lot of people are feeling lost, but it's because they're supposed to be seeing the magic in something else. We keep thinking we're going to move across the country, sell everything, and find something else, find a happiness, there really is no way of doing that. You have to go within you and start recognizing the blessings that you have. I don't care how small it is. I don't care if you have no food and all of a sudden you have a cup of rice. It is looking at that cup of rice like it is everything. And I believe all of us on this chat have way more than a cup of rice. So if there's a day that you wake up and you look in the mirror and you're like, F everything, be thankful for the mirror. Be thankful for the house that houses the mirror. Be thankful for the friends, the family, the backyard, the swimming pool, the children, the laughter, the tears, the growth. There is so much to be thankful for, and we all get caught up in this world thinking that we need more. If you think that there is a purpose that's going to fulfill you to make you feel complete, I'm so sorry, you're wrong. You are the only person that can make you feel complete. And completeness is something that is within you, but is also saying, when you talk about gratitude for anything around you, anyone around you, your body aligns and it says, I'm grateful for me. I am enough. I am whole. I am everything that I need. That is what gratitude is about. That is where the magic is right now. The feeling of being lost, that will be filled as soon as you say, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Everything is okay. I am okay. It is perfect. Let me know, Deanna, if there's anything else you want me to, anything else you'd like me to go into concerning that. Miss Jess, am I doing the right steps right now? Am I on the right track? So first, you're never on the wrong track. If you feel like you're on the wrong track, then there is the question of, what should I be learning right now? How do I never get back to this place right now if this place is uncomfortable, if this time is uncomfortable? That way you're getting the root of it so that you don't have to meet it again. You know, it's like going to class, right? And you didn't study. You got a test, you get an F. So either you're going to end up with no better than a C for the year, or you're going to go home, study, and if the teacher allows you, you get to retake that test. So let's look at life as this test, that life is always going to let you retake this test. Stop getting an F. I mean, I know that I make it like it's not that simple, but why did you get an F? Why do you feel uncomfortable? Study that. Go into it. Okay, so I woke up at 7. I'm supposed to start work at 7:15. I feel anxiety because I didn't give myself time to use the restroom, brush my teeth, do my hair, have a cup of coffee. And so now my whole day feels like that, right? So how do you correct that? From now on, I'm getting up at 6. I'm making sure that my alarm is set. I'm double checking that my alarm is like, give yourself this space to really see where you're at. Don't be ashamed of how you feel. Anger, sadness, embarrassment, guilt, resent. That's okay. Acknowledge it. How am I feeling? Okay, these are my feelings. Write down these feelings. Okay, how did I get here? Okay, this is how I got here. Okay, what am I doing right now? Am I doing everything in my power to never be here again? Yep. Self-discovery, words of affirmation, vision board, making sure that I'm taking time to do the things that feel good, and just of what I know, you're doing the steps. It's just timing, right? Like you want to be like, okay, oh, boom, there's where I messed up. Great. Now go bye-bye. And that's the part where you're like, dang it, because it doesn't go bye-bye just like that. But how you can make it zoom by a little faster, stay in gratitude, stay in love, repeat what you know. I'm blessed. I have my family. I have a roof over my head. I have a beautiful son, daughter, mother, brother, sister, friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Like, stick with what is beautiful and let the news go. Let negative TV shows go. Let negative social media go. Let anything that doesn't feel good. If you leave and you're like, ew, don't do it again. If you can help it. I know if it's a job, that's a little bit different, but still, even when at a job, you're like, oh, don't focus on focus on the, I don't know. I get to work from home. Yes, I get to work from home. Bad caller. It's all right. I get to work from home. Make a song. I get to work from You know what I mean? Like, find a way for that happiness. Make a happy trigger, right? A song, like doing you get a bad caller, do something to forget that caller, or you come home, the whole house is in a funk. Play your favorite song, dance around. Like, you have a choice to sit in poop or look at the magic, right? You're alive. Look at the magic. If you have any further questions, Miss Jess, please feel free. Tracy, what you saying? Just want to make sure that I'm reading all of Tracy's stuff here. Okay. Tracy, even saying that it's scary, let that go. Let that go. It just is what it is. Allow it to just be what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with you because you can't make it stop. So it has nothing to do with you. No matter what people are saying, they feel like it's true to them. Get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. Immunize your children, don't immunize your children. Have a baby in the hospital, have a baby at home. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. Everybody's doing the very best that they can do. Don't give in to like the fears that are being put out there by the media and the government. Those fears stop you from having good days, stop you from making more money, stop you from having a good time with your family, stop you from feeding your kids good vibes. So just don't give in. Don't give in. Nice poop. Yep, Tracy. You're welcome, Deanna. I love you. Thanks, Blake. Yes, ma'am. Good job, Jess. You're already doing it. And make sure, all of you guys, make sure you're giving yourself credit, man. I can sit here and say all this to you. Nicole and I got stuck on a mountain in some mushy mud because we have a 4x2 vehicle and not a 4x4 vehicle, but a friend of ours said that we could make it up this mountain. Let me tell you, no, we could not. So I'm trying to reverse down this mountain where one side is like mountain and one side is like cliff, right? I am freaking out. I am cussing myself out. I'm telling myself how not smart I'm. Everything that I'm telling y'all not to do, I do. Right? Because I'm in fear. I'm reacting in fear. My beautiful, amazing wife is like, what do you need me to do? Would you like to switch? Do you want me to drive? And I'm like, I don't know. These 3 men help us get off the mountain. And it wasn't easy. And I got to the bottom of the mountain and Nicole was like, okay, let's just stop. Let's breathe. And we started breathing and then we went and we ate and then everything was okay. But that could have ruined a whole day. My point in saying all of that was like, I'm not exempt. Just because the knowledge is there doesn't mean you're going to get an A every time. I get F's sometimes, but I come back much quicker now from my F. I don't stay in F land for a month, right? I can see it. I can acknowledge what I'm doing and I can say, okay, I'm going to change. That's my old habit. I did it and that's okay because I'm still practicing my new habit. So be kind with yourself, be easy with yourself, and don't expect yourself to do it right every single time. There's residual from childhood. There's childhood trauma. There's practicing something new that you haven't had before. I was raised in a house that yelled, so I thought that's how you rear children. You yell, and I've practiced and I practice and I practice. 95% of the time, I got it. 5% of the time, I revert back to what I was raised with and what I knew for 20-something years. Because my dad never really stopped hollering at me. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Nobody gets A's all the time. You learn in F land. You learn in D land. You learn in C land. B is when you have fine-tuned it. A is when you have fine-tuned it. And still, it is only in that moment for that particular item during that particular time. The next day, you might go through the same thing, but you're hungry or you didn't get your coffee. And you may not handle it as well. And that's okay. We're all human. We're supposed to make mistakes. That is where you learn, and everything will be okay. Focus on the positive. Be mindful of the things that come out of your mouth. The I can't, the how come, the why me's. Make sure that the perspective that you put on each day is a beautiful perspective. Today's a new day. I've got this. I'm going to do the best I can. No judgment, no expectation. Everything will be all right. It always is. It doesn't matter how down any of us have been at our lowest, right? What the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, the source shows us every single time is we can bounce back. Every single time we have bounced back. from our bank account being zero or negative, we have bounced back. From not having the house that we needed or we felt like we needed to fully support our family and our endeavors, we bounce back. From having bad relations with certain people, we let them go or we end up working it out, we bounce back. It always ends up okay. You're always going to be okay. That's what life shows you over and over and over again. Okay. Yes, and right after the mountain, we went to brunch, and when we were done with brunch, we got a flat tire. Yes, Tracy, thank you. Thank you for that memory. All right, you guys. I'm going to wait a few more minutes just to see if anybody else has any more questions. Thank you for joining me last minute. Thank you to Nicole Yarmark for being such a wonderful facilitator and host. And thank all of you for showing up. I really appreciate it. And I hope that we can all help make each other's days a little bit better and a little bit brighter. I'm available whenever I have Wi-Fi. Please, anybody that's listening right now, please do not hesitate reaching out to me at any time. I may not get back to you right away, but I 100% will get back to you. And I just want you to know that we all need a shoulder at some point in our life. And I don't mind being the shoulder. All right. See, any more questions? Bum, 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 bum. You're welcome. I love you and miss you too, Denise Poo. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing night. Sleep tight. Hug the people that you love. And just give so much thanks and gratitude. Pura vida from Costa Rica. Anything else? Bye, you guys.